Welcome to tonight's episode of Kath and Drew, Church Without Borders, featuring your hosts, Kathy Redwig.
Yeah! Fire me up a couple of red coats!
And Drew Garrett. Finally, a good Mormon. This week's episode, with all the unrest in the world and racial tensions amongst us, what is God's point of view on this entire matter? This week's episode is sponsored by God, Jesus Christ, the Church of Latter-day Saints, and the Kath and Drew podcast.
How you guys doing, everyone? How's everybody
doing?
How are you, Kathy? How was your weekend?
How was your weekend?
Mine was great.
I'm sure it was
Mine
pretty
was good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hung out with the wife. I got to see the kids, just enjoy God. It was terrific.
Linda, that's hot coffee.
So,
Donnie, toss me a red Coke. All right.
Careful, you're gonna get that everywhere, Kathy. Careful.
Oh, almost got away from me there.
You almost
Keep
spilled
coming,
everywhere.
Donnie. You know I like them fresh and when I open them.
No, that stuff's gonna
Wow.
kill you. I mean,
Crazy weekend for me. You know, I
pretty quiet for me. Pretty
haven't
quiet.
been feeling the best. I've had a little
No?
bit of a cough. With all this COVID going on,
Yeah, man.
you can't be too
shouldn't have come
careful.
in.
But
No.
I go to church. I make sure I'm there. I make sure that's the first place I pull in. When I get in there,
Yeah.
you know, I fire off a couple coins right into the old bathtub where I put the babies at. You know, Drew.
It's where they do the baptisms.
You know what it is.
It's not called a baptism.
You know, I had a good time.
Yeah,
It was
well,
a
that's
great
good.
weekend
Good.
up until I had my Sunday religious supper for my top 3 friends.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And I thought everything was gonna be on up and up. I
Yeah.
picked out the most plain roast beef, no pepper, no salt.
Naturally.
I went and got just plain old white potatoes.
Oh,
Okay.
sounds great.
And then I just boiled them to the point that they pretty much just fall down your mouth and throat, just like a little bit of a thick milk. You know.
That's a
And then
little
I had a couple
overdone.
of peas, a couple of corns, and I filled the table with red Cokes. I had about a whole case, fresh.
Sounds
And I
good.
get to talking to the crew. You know, Ethel Fitzmaurice, you know.
I know
But
Ethel.
I have
Yep.
some other friends too. I have my brother Donnie and my brother Harry. And anyways, so I had them over. We start
Mhm.
discussing some stuff, and one thing leads to another, and we
Okay.
get talking about the unrest in the world.
It's
you know,
crazy
dude,
out there.
yeah.
I know.
And
Fires
I say,
everywhere.
and my brother Harry,
It's the
he's
day of
always
reckoning.
got this, I'm one step above you type of look on things. And he says to me, well,
Yeah.
they're just protests. They're looking for equal rights. And I said, Harry, come on. These guys are lighting car dealerships on fire.
Yeah, it's
They
not.
don't believe in God. There's
They
nothing
clearly
that they
don't believe in
bring
God.
about God
Clearly
anywhere.
don't. No.
And then him and I get into it a little bit, and he says to me, Joe Biden lost his wife and his daughter. And he was
Kathy.
close to God.
Kathy.
Donnie, the red Cokes aren't good. Stop them. Just give me coffees.
Yeah.
And I says to
Why
him,
do you guys give her this stuff when she
Listen.
acts like this?
you can't keep on with that. Because everybody loses somebody at one point. I've lost 2 or 3 golden retrievers. Sometimes I just get them and they're gone.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like a flip of the coin. You flip a coin in God's pocket, and if it hits the
Yeah.
little pot rim of it and it falls out,
If he
he's
doesn't
gonna
catch
give you a
it,
lashing, and you might lose somebody. But you gotta move on. You gotta keep your hands
it's a
tight.
tough way of
You
looking
gotta
at
bolt
it,
them
Kathy.
together.
I mean,
You gotta get your eyes up to the sun, and just let it, start to just,
it
that
gets
uncomfortable little bit of an itch in your eye.
itchy
Keep
eyes.
it up there, push through it, and
Yep.
know that God's got you in his back pocket.
Sacrifice a little pain
And
for
that's
God.
all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
I agree. I agree. I absolutely agree. I think that you're
Anyways.
on that, but
You
Go
know,
ahead.
Drew, what do you think on the whole thing? I mean, we gotta get the best one who loves God.
well, I mean,
You got these people out there right now.
yeah.
They're just, throwing things and,
I don't believe they should have a
I'm
vote.
just gonna
If-
flip some cars,
If you
light them
don't
on
believe
fire.
in God, you
And,
shouldn't
people
have
are gonna
a
call it
vote.
a little bit of a dance and a protest, but are we really gonna go there? These are bad heathens.
They are.
Has
I
the
don't-
day of reckoning come?
I totally believe
And
it has.
if so, what do we do? Do we blast them? What do we do? Come on. I mean, what do we do? Joe,
Well,
Joe, what do we
I
do?
think we need to trust in
Uh-huh.
that Jesus is going to return.
Uh-huh.
And when he does, he's going to open his arms up to his children, and we're just going to run into and
Yeah.
under his robe and just hold him
Yeah.
and make sure that
Yeah.
he can feel us just holding his body and making sure that we're close to him.
Bert,
And then I
Bert,
think he's going to just
God's sake,
float
Lena,
us off
he
into
can't
the
do
heavens,
job, he's
and I
gotta
think
go.
Ca-
I don't care if he's my brother.
Kathy,
Sakes. Yeah.
well, you
Yeah.
gotta, please, we're doing something. So, like I was saying, God, he just, you grab
Well, like
Jesus
I said,
and
Drew, I'm not feeling the best, so
well,
I've always got to drink something. I don't know what that is about me. I've always got to have something around me. But go
But-
ahead. Go
okay,
ahead.
okay, but you yelling at your brother can certainly
Uh-huh.
wait till after the recording.
Yeah.
Okay, so, back to what I was saying. Once
Yeah.
they grab Jesus and just
Yeah.
they
Well,
grab a hold of him and you're close,
I want to
they'll
say
probably
this, Drew. I
float us
want to
off
say
to the
this
sky.
because I really think that it's an important little piece to the puzzle.
Okay.
Donald J. Trump absolutely idolizes the beautiful book. He thinks
Yeah,
it's number
okay.
one. He says it's the number one book. Yeah, I think he said it's like his second or first favorite book. I think it's his top favorite book.
I don't think we should be concentrating on which
The good book,
particular
the Bible, is his top favorite book. And that is more than we can say about
Okay, but
any one of
we-
these other candidates
Oh.
that think that they're going to bring it for God. Because they're
Kathy.
not going to do it. It's not
Kathy,
going to
but
happen.
that's
You
we
can't just,
shouldn't
you
be
can't just
concentrating on
think
what
you're going to
book.
be a part of God.
We should just be
When
concentrating
you
on whether he
flip
loves
no
God.
coins, and you've already done something to set him off, and he's ticking your wife and he's ticking your daughter. You've already ended up on the back side of him. So I don't know how
Oh,
you
that
did
is
that,
so
but you did.
That's unfair, Kathy.
Donald, on the other hand, he's number one. He's making sure that he's
How?
number one, and he's making sure
Kathy,
that
he's
God's
sinned
placed
before.
in number one.
He's
And I have
sinned.
proof. If you want proof, Drew, I have proof.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
have proof.
Get the
of
proof.
that.
I would like to see the proof and the pudding.
Because he said it. He said the
it's
book
a
is
silly
number
joke for
one.
me to make, but I'd
Don't
like to
call
see the
me
proof
out
and the
on
pudding.
that.
I will.
Well, okay. Find the clip. Find
Go
the
ahead.
clip. Get Linda.
Find it. I've
Linda.
ever said that
Linda.
the good
Find the
book
clip
is
where
my
our beautiful
favorite
Catholic
book.
warrior prince of a president says that the great book is number one.
Find it.
Find it and play it for Dumbo ears over there.
Oh, see, like
Comic book
that's
Bible boy.
very un-Catholic of you to
Joseph Smith finds everything
challenge
he found
people
in a
like
hat
that.
no one else could look in. Andrew, isn't that great?
Linda,
Ah,
Linda, this
yeah,
is
well,
bullying.
well,
She's out of control.
well,
She's out of control. Now she's just.
deal with it. I don't know.
I don't
know
want.
what to
I
tell
don't
you.
think I need to deal with it.
You
At this
found it,
point,
Linda? Okay. All right, Joe.
no, it's just
Listen to
getting
this.
unbelievable.
Listen to this.
I will.
Listen to what he says here.
Go ahead.
I'm going to play the clip for you.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have
Now.
a very great relationship with God, and I have a very great relationship with evangelicals, and I think that's why I'm doing so well with Iowa.
And right there you have it, Drew. Right there you have it.
Had what?
He loves God. He's
Oh.
got a great relationship with God. And
This this is a
And
straw man. You never
evangelical-
once. Your argument was that he
What
said
a
that the
perfect
book was number one,
Little miniature heart.
not
He's
whether or
such a
not
good man.
evangelicals
And you know,
liked
we're
him in
so
Iowa.
lucky to have him. You go ahead.
Oh,
you find
my
me
goodness.
any clip of Joe
You
Biden
are the
saying
queen
that
of a
he likes
straw
God
man
in
argument.
any way. Okay, Drew? And I would give you your time.
I can.
I would let you have your little parade and let you go, oh,
I
yeah,
can find
look,
it.
oh, Joe
Linda,
Biden. Here's a clip
Linda,
from Joe.
find
He
the
says he
clip
loves
where
God,
Biden
but he
says
doesn't.
that he appreciates
Doesn't
religion.
love God. He thinks God's worst and bad and
That's not
heathen.
true. That's not
That's
true.
why he's
Kathy,
just telling all these kids, go out and steal what you want
Totally
and break the
untrue.
windows and do whatever.
that's
You
untrue.
know, it's sick.
It's not
You know,
true.
And now we've got
It's not even true that you.
Coke is starting to lay people off because everyone's inside and, you know, it's just, this whole 2020 is just ridiculous. You know?
Kathy, I think you need to breathe because I think there's things that are
You
bothering
know.
you that are other than the whole
Yeah,
religion
well.
thing. So, you know,
Drew,
I think. Go ahead.
go ahead and try to find it. You never will. So let's just move
Linda's
on.
already looking for it.
We'll
She said
move
that she's
on
going to
from
find it. She said she's going to find it. We'll listen to it.
So, Joe,
Okay, go ahead.
why don't you give the Mormon listeners a little bit of an insight as to why they need to vote for Donald J. Trump this coming November?
Well,
To save our country and to make sure that God is still number one in all of our hearts and all of our eyes.
well, first of all, I'm not going to tell
Uh-huh.
any Mormon listeners who
Uh-huh.
or who they should not vote for because I am going to say that they should
Yeah,
just
well,
write
Joe,
on the ballot
I'm-
God
I
and
mean,
check it
you-
off. What?
You're not gonna, okay? You know, Joe.
It's not a bad
No.
idea at this point.
No. You can go ahead, you can get it on there, but it's not gonna work. Okay? It's not gonna work.
What do you mean? It's not going to work.
I
I
could
think
call
God would
anybody,
decide after that.
anyone. I could say, are you number one? And they'd say yes. Because they know that God knows.
What? I'm not
Well, I
following
could.
anymore what this whole conversation
I
just
could.
turned into. What are you talking about,
Well,
Kathy?
I really could.
You said you could
I-
call
I could.
anyone.
I could call whoever I wanted, and I could say, "Are you number one?" And they'd say, or I'd say, "Is God number one?" And they'd say, "Yes,"
Well,
because they know.
what rabbit hole
Yeah,
are we
well,
down
they
at this
are.
point, Linda? Honestly.
Yeah, I could call my favorite one. I could call my favorite church.
Okay.
I could.
Call them then and say what? At what point?
Yeah, well, we will. Ethel? Hello? Hi, Ethel? Hello? Hi,
That's
Ethel.
Apple Fitzmaurice. This is just his
Ethel?
friend.
Hi. It's Kathy. It's Kath. Tell Drew I said God's number one.
This is getting unbelievable.
Ethel?
Nobody
Ethel?
wants to talk to you anymore because you're losing your mind.
Yeah, well, maybe Ethel's busy. So, you know, we're running out of
This
time
whole
anyways. We're going to make
Election
sure
is just
that
engulfing
we
your
get everybody
mind, Kathy.
on the podcast, listening up. Make sure you click your follow buttons on your Twitters, your Facebooks,
Jesus.
all of that good stuff. I gotta get going. I mean, I gotta stop at the grocery store. I gotta get a few,
Hopefully
you know,
you've got
treats
something
for the golden
more
retrievers.
religious
I
for
gotta
you
get a
guys.
couple of cases of Red Cokes, and I gotta get some more plain meat for some religious suppers. Grab yourself some Cokes. Make sure you get them in your tummies. You know God's number one. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. Make sure you tune in. Have a great night. Get
God
to
bless
church.
you guys.
I love you.
God bless you guys.